Hi, so we are going to look at measuring and classifying angles, and it's going to be hard for me to show you the measuring parts of it since I can't take a film of like a protractor. And so I'm just going to kind of explain it through some slides. So let's just start first about what an angle is, and you should know what the definition of an angle is already since you have done your vocabulary lesson first. But let's just review. An angle is formed when two rays have the same endpoint called the vertex. So if you take a look down here, we have angle BMN. Notice that M, the middle number, is your vertex. That's how you write it. Whenever you write this angle, you could also call this angle NMB. What's important is that the M is in the center because that is going to be your vertex. The angle part of it is actually that inner part. And then remember that it's just two rays. It doesn't matter which one you call your first ray or your second ray. And then, of course, you have your vertex point. Using your protractor, how you would use your protractor. I'm just going to go through a few things about this. All right, so you would line your vertex up in the center of your protractor towards the bottom. Most protractors will either have a hole for you to put your vertex in or a line for you to line your vertex up in. And if you can take a look right there, let me just circle it right here, that's where we would line up our vertex with that. Okay, so then from here, you would want to place one of your rays pointing at the 0 degree marker, and that's that ray ST. That ray there is at 0, and then the other ray is actually going to give you the measure of your degrees of your angle. Now, when you look at this and look at what's circled in red, you see the 60 and the 120, and you might think, well, which one is it? Is it the 60 or is it the 120? Well, the way you would look at that is you can either just start at your baseline at that ray ST and count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way up to 120. Or you can also look at it like this. If you think about it, we know that 90, this angle is going to be bigger than 90 degrees, and so therefore it's the 120, however you want. And then the last thing is to talk about the three types of angles. The three types of angles that we're going to talk about are the acute, the right, and the obtuse. And I hope that this is a review. An acute angle measures less than 90 degrees. And down at the bottom left, you can see a picture of an acute angle. It's a little bit smaller or a little bit closed in, and it's always less than 90. A right angle makes a perfect corner, and it measures exactly 90 degrees, not 90.1 or a 90.6, exactly 90 degrees. And then it just forms a perfectly right corner, and that's called a right angle. And then we have the obtuse angle, and the obtuse angle is an angle that is bigger. It's the one that measures more than 90 degrees, and it's just a little bit more open, so more than 90. So we have the acute, the right, and the obtuse. So what I want us to do here is to classify these angles as acute, obtuse, or right. Notice they also give you an angle of a straight. A straight angle is literally a straight line. So on this first one, this one would be an obtuse because it measures more than 90. Number 2, this would be an acute because it is smaller. And number 3, that looks like a right angle to me because it has that perfect little thing. And normally with a right angle, you would see a little box in the corner. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. This time we're just basing it off the numbers. So measure angle A is 115 degrees. Well, that's more than 90, so that is obtuse. Number 5, measure angle A is 85. That is less than 90, so that is acute. Number 6, measure angle A equals 90. That would be a right. And number 7, measure angle A, that is 170. That's more than 90, so that is also obtuse. And this last one, it says to use a protractor to find the missing angle or find the measure. We're not going to do that because, like I said, I don't have a protractor that you can see. We're going to just classify these again. So angle DFE. So DFE, this angle right here. Well, that's less than 90. That would be an acute angle. Let's see if I can just erase that. Okay, good. All right, and then number 9, we have angle AFB right there. That also looks less than 90, so that would also be an acute angle. All right, and number 10, we have angle CFE right here. That is more than 90. That would be an obtuse angle. And last one, angle AFE. That would be an example of a straight angle. See how it makes just that straight line, just like that. So those are really the things that I wanted y'all to get out of that, is really the obtuse, the right, and the acute angles. And then y'all need to spend some time working with your protractor. So that is all we have for this lesson. Good luck.